20 Hollywood stars who were biggest jerks in real life. They smiled on red carpets. They gave emotional interviews. They starred in the roles we'll never forget. But behind the glamour and perfectly curated public image, some of Hollywood's most beloved stars have made life on set a total nightmare. From violent outbursts to psychological warfare, these are the actors and entertainers whose behind-the-scenes behavior has left cast and crew dreading every workday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Each one helps us bring you the real stories behind the lights, camera, and chaos. Number 20. Chevy Chase, the comedy icon everyone feared. Chevy Chase may have made audiences laugh, but colleagues, they were ducking for cover. From Saturday Night Live to Community, Chase's reputation for being arrogant, mean-spirited, and outright cruel followed him like a bad punchline. He famously fought with Bill Murray and hurled racist comments at Donald Glover. But what really makes Chevy infamous is his ability to bully everyone from directors to makeup artists with zero remorse. Even worse? He doesn't think he's done anything wrong. That level of denial might be the most toxic trait of all. Number 19. Barbra Streisand, diva to the extreme. Barbra Streisand has talent and control issues to match. Directors and crew describe her as a perfectionist whose standards were not just high, but impossible. She demanded complete control over lighting, angles, and even how sets were built, just to capture her good side. Working with her wasn't collaboration, it was survival. And if the lighting was off by even a fraction of a stop, expect reshoots. Lots of them. Number 18. Frank Sinatra, old Hollywood's intimidation king. Frank Sinatra's cool demeanor masked a temper that could derail entire productions. Studios had Sinatra handlers on call to manage his outbursts, and his mob ties added a layer of danger that turned minor mistakes into career-ending moments. Waiters, drivers, assistants. If you couldn't help Frank's career, you were disposable. Behind the charm, a man who weaponized power and left a trail of fear in his wake. Number 17. Ben Stiller, the micromanaging mastermind. Ben Stiller might play anxious goofballs, but behind the camera, he's been labeled a control freak who can make seasoned crews feel like clueless interns. He's known for obsessing over every detail, from wardrobe to catering, and changing his mind without warning. Owen Wilson, his frequent co-star, once diplomatically said Ben knows what he wants. Translation, good luck guessing what that is. Number 16. Joan Crawford, Hollywood's original mean girl. Joan Crawford's iconic status came with a dark side. She controlled lighting setups to make herself look perfect, while making sure her co-stars looked washed out. She'd memorize your lines and shame you in front of the crew if you got one word wrong. To directors, she was professional. To everyone else, a psychological landmine in heels. Number 15. Edward Norton, the actor who took over the set. Edward Norton is brilliant, but he's also notorious for hijacking projects. He rewrites scripts without asking, battles directors for control, and insists on being part of the editing process. The director of American History X wanted his name removed from the film because Norton's behavior was so overbearing. And Marvel? They replaced him as the Hulk rather than deal with him again. When Disney money walks away, that says a lot. Number 14. Mariah Carey, the queen of unreasonable demands. Mariah Carey turned diva into a lifestyle. She's known for showing up hours late, requiring room temperatures to be exact, banning staff from turning their backs on her, and demanding white roses and stuffed lambs be CGI'd into her scenes. Even worse, staff and assistants report verbal abuse, constant firings, and expectations that seem designed to fail. Her voice may be iconic, but her workplace behavior? Not so much. Number 13. Orson Welles, genius or tyrant? Orson Welles revolutionized filmmaking, but he made everyone around him miserable while doing it. He demanded total control, insulted executives, and tortured co-stars with endless takes. On Citizen Kane, he manipulated his co-star into real emotional breakdowns. On The Lady from Shanghai, he ignored budget and schedule like they didn't exist. His talent was unmatched, but so was his arrogance. Number 12. Bruce Willis, the action star who checked out. Bruce Willis used to be a pro, but in his later years, things fell apart. Directors described him as unprepared, unwilling to learn lines, and often limited to just 4 hours of work per day. Kevin Smith called working with him soul-crushing. Willis's behavior raised so many red flags that productions wrote scripts around his absence. In 2022, it was revealed he had aphasia, a heartbreaking diagnosis that changed the context entirely. Number 11. Christian Bale, the method menace. Christian Bale's dedication is legendary and terrifying. He made headlines with a 4-minute meltdown on the Terminator Salvation set, screaming profanities at a crew member who walked into his eyeline. Some say it was an isolated incident. Others, like Amy Adams, describe a consistently challenging work environment. When the nicest people in Hollywood start using coded language, you know there's a bigger story. Number 10. Jennifer Lopez, the diva from the block. Jennifer Lopez built a brand on being down-to-earth, but her staff might say otherwise. Reports say she demands no one make eye contact unless she initiates it, requires all white rooms, and replaces furniture if it's been used by someone else. She even adjusts her microphone volume higher than other performers on group tracks. Sounds like Relatable left the building a long time ago. Number 9. Mike Meyers, the joke's on everyone else. Mike Meyers created some of comedy's most iconic characters. But behind the laughs, he's been called one of the most controlling actors in Hollywood. He's been known to fire crew members for minor comments, demand total creative control, and create environments so toxic people kept quiet just to keep their jobs. His box office slump? Let's just say Hollywood's patience has limits. Number 8. Gwyneth Paltrow, wellness warrior turned workplace wrecking ball. Gwyneth Paltrow doesn't just sell $200 candles. She brings the same energy to set. Crew members report being lectured about their diets, handed blessed water, and asked to cleanse sets with burning sage. She reportedly refuses costume items unless they're organic and reacts to non-goop cosmetics like they're radioactive. She may believe she's enlightened, but most of her staff just feel exhausted. Number 7. Shia LaBeouf, when method acting becomes madness. Shia LaBeouf took method acting to dangerous extremes. He pulled out his own teeth, refused to shower for months, and allegedly used real drugs during filming, all to stay in character. But things got darker. During Nymphomaniac, he reportedly crossed lines with co-stars during simulated scenes. His behavior became so unpredictable that many productions now consider him uninsurable. That's Hollywood speak for no one wants to risk it. Number 6. Katherine Heigl, the star who talked herself out of work. Katherine Heigl had it all, until she burned every bridge in sight. She publicly trashed Knocked Up as sexist, withdrew from Emmy consideration with a shot at her own writers, and earned a reputation for being ungrateful, difficult, and demanding. Her talent wasn't the issue, her attitude was. Studios eventually stopped calling, not because she wasn't bankable, but because she was considered too much of a risk. Number 5. Jared Leto. Method or just malicious? Jared Leto's method acting might sound intense, until you hear what it actually involved. During Suicide Squad, he reportedly sent used condoms and dead animals to cast members. On other sets, he demanded to be addressed only as his character, and refused to break character even during emergencies. Co-stars described the experience as harassment disguised as art, but Hollywood kept rewarding him because money talks louder than morals. Number 4. Russell Crowe, the real gladiator temper. Russell Crowe's anger isn't just legendary, it's dangerous. He's thrown phones at hotel staff, threatened crew, and reportedly destroyed equipment mid-shoot. Directors say anything, a lighting shift, a missed line, could set him off. Productions working with Crowe often need special protocols and even extra insurance. If your lead actor requires a crisis team, maybe it's time to reconsider the casting. Number 3. Marlon Brando, from genius to genuine menace. Marlon Brando revolutionized acting and made life hell for everyone else. He refused to learn lines, used cue cards taped to co-stars, and tormented directors with bizarre improvisations. The infamous butter scene in Last Tango in Paris wasn't just controversial, it was traumatic. Brando collaborated in filming the scene without the actress's consent. That's not art, that's abuse. Number 2. Judy Garland, the talent that took down productions. Judy Garland's voice could bring you to tears, but her personal struggles devastated every production she touched. Addiction, mental health issues, and emotional instability made her notoriously unreliable. Directors spent more time managing her breakdowns than shooting scenes. As one assistant director put it, working with Judy felt like being trapped in someone else's breakdown. Number 1. Klaus Kinsky, the monster behind the genius. Klaus Kinsky wasn't just difficult, he was dangerous. He screamed, threatened violence, and once fired a rifle on set. His behavior terrified entire film crews. In fact, locals on one set asked director Werner Herzog if they could kill Kinsky to protect themselves. His co-stars described his presence as psychological warfare, and his daughter later alleged horrifying abuse. Kinsky wasn't just a bad colleague, he was a legitimate threat. From subtle sabotage to outright danger, these stars show us the price of unchecked power in Hollywood. For decades, the industry has protected profits over people, letting fame excuse behavior that would never fly anywhere else. Which story shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you've ever worked with a Chevy Chase in real life, we want to hear it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. We've got more truth bombs from behind the scenes coming your way, because the red carpet hides a lot of secrets.